Who's head coach Anna Nimz as Demons back at Prather on another Friday. Wow, back-to-back Friday. Just realized that. So that's cool. Home game against Arkansas Baptist. And Coach, we kind of talked about sort of the concept of what I think you're looking for in this game prior to the game last week. It's just really focused in on us, making sure we're lined up and executing and doing all the things. So I assume that's the idea for this one too.
Yeah, absolutely. For us and with the amount of new faces we have, and you'll hear me say that all throughout the non-conference probably, it's definitely about us and us gelling and us connecting and us figuring out how to put each other in good positions. But it's also about us growing in our discipline and overall consistent effort. I think that the girls are coming off a really nice win and had done some things that haven't been done in the women's basketball program. But at the end of the day, we still have a lot of areas in which we need to grow and develop to have success not only on Friday, but then as our non-conference continues. And then the Southland starts December 7th. And so it's just right here. And so we have to be a lot better early than we've ever had to be. So Friday's game is paramount to our success.
So how is that process kind of taking shape as you see them ideally in practice getting better and better every time? What's that kind of looking like, especially since last Friday?
I think we're having to throw a lot more at them than what we would like. We're picking and choosing a couple things of what we're gonna, maybe cut out, and again with the idea of are we going to be ready for December 7th? But I think they're doing a good job. I think they're genuinely making a great effort of trying to connect the dots and do what we're asking. But again, it is a lot, and it's a lot more than we're used to maybe having in at this moment. And that's, to the outside eye, it probably doesn't look that way, but, we know. And so I think they're doing a good job. So not only are they getting a lot thrown at them, we're still learning how to grow and play together. So, just a different process, but that I think they're handling well.
Sorry. We've obviously talked about V a lot in this early season, what she's done. We played 5 games, she scored 20 points in 4 of them, which is crazy. But and we talked a little bit about after the game on Friday. It's those assist numbers, those that are really trending in the right way. At least I feel that way for you. Is that trending the way you want it to with the play of Naya and Tiara and all those?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that 31 assists on a game is pretty impressive. I think it was 31 assists on 40 shots. So they're being selfless with the ball. But I think something that we hound a lot on is our passing and our ability to connect and put people in good positions. So on 31 assists, I'd say that that's starting to happen. Obviously, it's can we do that with intense ball pressure? And that's where that pace and poise that we always talk about. But yeah, it's fun to watch them play because they're always looking for the other girl. They're always looking to make the one more. Now, sometimes I think we're pass happy, and we're actually been working on that this week, making about 1 too many passes or 2 too many passes. But I think that's an impressive stat. So again, we talk about the firepower that we have, but then again, that firepower is always looking for the other player. And so I think that's a good recipe for success. It can't be that everybody's trying to get a certain amount of points because they know they can score. It very much is trending in I'm going to get my girl some points. I'm gonna make the extra pass. And so it's selfless basketball, and we like to see it.
And finally, some thoughts on the defensive performance. Obviously, that you look back to the Wichita State and really the second half of that Kansas game, and then Friday was what it was. I mean, you expected to have that kind of performance against them, but how does this defense continue to, in a lot of ways, gel like the whole team has, and sort of that communication and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I think, right now we've been able to be a little extra aggressive. We've had a couple things in that maybe in the non-conference, again, it maybe looked a little different a year ago. Now I'm mad at myself for that. But I think they're buying in. A lot of what we do is try to keep people guessing a little bit. But that's going to be number one for us. We shoot a lot of threes, but if you're going to shoot threes, you got to be able to defend and rebound. And so defense is going to be something that's incredibly important and a big emphasis in our program. And again, something that we've been real heavy on this week. We've got to continue to be more disciplined. And although we have forced some turnovers, when you really look at it, sometimes those turnovers aren't necessarily because of the discipline of our discipline of our defense. We have created chaos, and that's awesome. But we want to keep getting it down to where we can't make it, we can't mess it up. And so that's where we're at. And this week is going to be really big on that. And then sending us into Friday is where we're going to be able to put it to the test.
Coach, as always, thanks for your time.
Welcome.